or stationary waves, or stationary waves. So if you read this name like stationary wave or standing wave, it looks quite strange. Why? Because what do you mean by stationary waves? We have studied that wave is a mode of transfer of energy without actual transfer of mass, right? Now you are using a word stationary with waves. How come that is possible? Okay. Or you are using word standing waves. That means what? What other waves are? Are they not standing? Or they sleeping? Or they sitting? What is the meaning of standing wave? Right? So let me tell you very clearly that normally when we say waves, it is actually the mode of transfer of energy without actual transfer of mass in normal conditions. But in stationary wave or standing wave, energy gets confined in a region. In stationary waves or standing wave, energy gets confined in a region. Now, because energy is getting confined in a region, because energy is getting confined in a region, that means it is not progressing, it is not moving outside that region. And as it is not moving outside that region, that's why it is called stationary wave or standing wave. Okay, so that's why its name is given as stationary wave or standing wave. So let us see how these are produced. So please note, when two waves of same wavelength, and amplitude, when two waves of same wavelength and amplitude are superposed, traveling in same medium, traveling in same medium in opposite direction, in opposite direction, then then energy gets confined, energy gets confined in a region, energy gets confined in a region, and and the resultant is called stationary wave, stationary wave or standing wave, stationary wave or standing wave. So this is the meaning of stationary wave. So what are the criteria for formation of stationary wave or standing wave? What are the criteria of stationary wave or standing wave? Number one, first criteria is that wave should be moving in opposite direction. Number two, their frequencies and amplitude must be equal. Okay. Number three, their wavelength should also be equal. Okay. And now when they are superposing, it is the same meaning. Yes, it is the same meaning. Superposed and superimposed. Okay. Yeah. So now pay attention. If y1 is equal to capital A sine kx minus omega t, this is equation number 1, and y2 is equal to A sine kx plus omega t. Okay. So what you can notice is they both have same amplitude because AA, all right. They both have same frequency because omega omega, and they both are moving in opposite direction because one is kx minus omega t and another is kx plus omega t. Okay. So that means they are moving in opposite direction. That means they are moving in opposite direction. So now by superposition principle, so if y1 and y2 are the two waves, are the two waves moving in opposite direction, moving in opposite direction, then by superposition principle, then by superposition principle. So what is superposition principle? Y is equal to y1 plus y2. So y is equal to A sine kx minus omega t, A sine kx minus omega t plus A sine kx plus omega t. Okay. So what we can write further? Now there is a formula called sine of A plus B. So what is that? Sine of A plus B is equal to sine A sine B plus sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. So we are going to use that. So A can be taken out. Sine of kx cos omega t minus cos of kx sin omega t plus sin kx cos omega t plus cos kx sin omega t. So from here what you can see is cos kx sin omega t, cos kx sin omega t will be cancelled. So what we get it, y is equal to 2a sin kx into cos of omega t. So this is what we are getting. Okay, this is what we are getting. Y is equal to 2a sin kx cos omega t. Now if you remember in SHM, x was a sin omega t plus phi. X is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. This was the condition for SHM. Okay. Now that thing can also be a cos omega t, right? So if you see, if you look closely, so here you have amplitude A and here you have amplitude as 2a sin kx. Here you have amplitude as 2a sin kx. So what does it mean? Please note. Equation 3 gives a stationary wave, or just a second. Equation 3 represents a group of particles performing SHM performing SHM with same frequency, but different amplitudes, but different amplitudes. Okay. So now pay attention. Why we are saying that all are performing SHM with same frequency? Because omega is same. Omega is same for all the particles. That's why their frequencies are equal. And why their amplitudes are different? Because when you are going to put different values of x, your value of 2a sine kx will be different. So when you are going to put different values of x, you will be getting different values of 2a sine kx. And due to those different values of 2a sine kx, amplitude for different particles will be different. Amplitude for different particles will be different. All right. So please note further. Equation 3 does not propagate. Equation 3 does not propagate energy in medium. Energy in medium. Hence, it is called standing wave. Hence, it is called standing wave or stationary wave. Why? Because it does not propagate energy in medium. Because it does not propagate energy in medium. Okay. So that is the scenario. Now try to understand. Let me explain this by one example. Okay. Suppose we have one wire and this wire is tied between two points and this is the wire. Okay. This is the wire. Now this wire is stationary and it is fixed between two walls. It is fixed between two walls. Now what you have done, you have plugged it, you pulled it from the midpoint and released. Pulling it from the, it will go like this. It will go like this. Okay. So, and after that, when you are releasing, it will go down also. And the whole wire will, keep on oscillating. Okay. So, in this scenario, there are some points which can go up to maximum displacement and there are some particles which do not move at all. Okay, the particle of string which is tied to I think I got disconnected. Can you see the screen now? Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I was telling
No, sir.
you, that there are some points which move with maximum displacement, or you can say maximum amplitude. Such points are called antinodes. Such points are called antinodes. Okay. Such points are called antinodes. And there are some points which do not move at all. Such points are called nodes. Okay. So please note. So I am going to write some key points related to stationary waves. So key points related to stationary waves. Number one, there are some points there are some points move with there are some points which move with maximum amplitude. There are some points which move with maximum amplitude. Such points are called such points are called antinodes. And there are some points and there are some points which move with zero amplitude. With zero amplitude. Basically that means which do not move at. That is, these points do not move at all. These points do not move at all. Okay. Moving with zero amplitude means what? Do not move at all. Right? So there are some points which move with zero amplitude. These points are called these points are called nodes. These points are called nodes. Okay. Next, nodes and antinodes. Nodes and antinodes come alternatively. Nodes and antinodes come alternatively, one by one. One by one. That means if one node has come, then the next will be antinode, then node, then antinode, and so on. Okay. Next, distance between distance between any two consecutive distance between any two consecutive nodes or antinodes is lambda by 2. So basically, if two nodes are there, what will be separation between them? Lambda by 2. If two antinodes are there, what will be the separation between them? That will also be lambda by 2. Next, Distance between consecutive node and antinode. Consecutive node and antinode. Node and antinode is lambda by 4. Is lambda by 4. Okay. Okay. Now, just to show you, in the last example which we took for the wire, we considered that wire oscillates in one loop, but a wire can oscillate in many loops depending on where you have hit it or where you have plugged it. Okay, so suppose this was the wire and you are creating like this. So basically, let me show you here. This point will be node, 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 this point will be node. So these all are nodes. These all are nodes. Now, this is antinode, this is antinode, this is antinode, this is antinode, this is antinode. So these all points are antinodes. Okay. Now, separation between two nodes. So suppose if I take these two. So this is lambda by 2. Separation between two consecutive antinodes. So this is also lambda by 2. This is also lambda by 2. Okay. Now separation between a node and antinode. This is lambda by 4. This is lambda by 4. Please note. Please note. Okay. All right. All right. Now, in exam, they might ask comparison between a stationary wave and progressive wave. A wave which is traveling is called progressive wave. A wave which is not traveling, that means it is not transferring energy in medium, is called stationary wave. Okay. So progressive wave transfers energy in the medium. Stationary wave does not transfer energy in the medium. Okay. All right. Okay. So that way you can write differences between them. In fact, note down a question. Write differences between stationary wave and progressive wave. Stationary wave and progressive wave. Okay. So you can write differences. You can write equation. That equation for progressive wave is y is equal to a sin kt omega t plus minus kx. For stationary wave, it is 2a sin kx cos omega t. Like that. So all these things you need to mention. Okay. So now we are moving towards stationary waves in string. Please note stationary waves in string.
Sir, can you scroll up for a bit, please? Yes, sir, done. Thank you.
Okay. So stationary waves in string. So please write, if stationary waves are produced in string, if stationary waves are produced in string, if stationary waves are produced in string, then these are called stationary wave in string. Okay. For example, all your musical instruments, all guitar, sitar, violin, all of these, they work on the principle of stationary waves. Okay. All your musical instrument work on principle of stationary wave. Remember that. So there can be different cases. So situation 1. So I am considering this is the wire which is tied between 2 points. Okay. And in situation 1, it is oscillating in one loop. When wave oscillates in wave oscillates in one loop. Okay. So when wave is oscillating in one loop, that means what? See what is happening. So it is happening like this. This point is, this is A antinode, antinode. This will be node, node. Okay. So this will be the scenario when wave is oscillating in one loop. Okay. Now this distance is L. Okay. So what we can write is from diagram lambda 1 by 2, because this distance will also be equal to lambda 1 by 2. So lambda 1 by 2 is equal to L. So lambda 1 is equal to 2L. So by V is equal to F lambda. So F is equal to V upon lambda. So that gives you F is equal to, or you can say F1 is equal to V by lambda is what? 2L. So V by 2L. V by lambda 1, and that gives you F1 is equal to V upon 2L. This frequency is called fundamental frequency. Please write this frequency. This frequency is called fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency or first harmonic. first harmonic. So this frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. This frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. This frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. Okay. Now, next case, situation 2. When wave oscillates in two loops. When wave means string oscillates in two loops. When string oscillates in two loops. Okay. So then what is going to happen? So same string is there. L is the length. And this time it is oscillating in two loops. So it will be like this and like this. Okay. So this point is node. This is antinode. This is again node. This is antinode. And this is again node. Okay. So this distance is lambda 2 by 2. And this distance is lambda 2 by 2. So what we can write is 2 times lambda 2 by 2 is equal to L, and that gives us lambda 2 is equal to 2L by 2. So by F is equal to V upon lambda, by F is equal to V upon lambda, we get F2 is equal to V upon lambda 2. So F2 will come out to be 2V by 2L. F2 will come out to be 2V by 2L. This frequency is called is called second harmonic, or first overtone. Please note everyone, please note. This frequency is called second harmonic or first overtone.
So what's the last word?
Overtone. Overtone. Okay. It is overtone. Okay. Now, third case, situation 3. When string oscillates in 3 loops. When string oscillates in 3 loops. Alright. So, what is going to happen? Let us see. Same wire. This time we are making sure that it is oscillating in 3 loops. This time we are okay. So this point is node, this point is antinode, node, antinode, node, antinode, node. Okay. The total separation between the 2 points will be L, and this is lambda 3 by 2. This is also lambda 3 by 2, and this is also lambda 3 by 2. Okay. So what we can write is 3 times lambda 3 by 2 is equal to L. So lambda 3 comes out to be 2L by 3. So F3 is equal to V upon lambda 3. So F3 will be 3V by 2L. This is now this frequency is called third harmonic or second overtone. Please note this frequency is called third harmonic or second overtone. Please note everyone. Noted. So from equation 1, 2 and 3, from equation 1, 2 and 3, F1 is to F2 is to F3 is 1 is to 2 is to 3. F1 is to F2 is to F3 is 1 is to 2 is to 3. Now what does it mean? That means in a string fixed at both ends, in a string fixed at both ends, all harmonics are present. Okay. In a string fixed at both ends, all harmonics are present. Okay. Now, just to inform you, everyone, just to tell you, these harmonics are nothing but those, sare gama. These are basically harmonics only. These harmonics are creating the music in life. All right. So this was the scenario when string was fixed at both ends. Now, if string is fixed at only one end, then if string is fixed at only one end, then so let us see. So when string is fixed, case 2, when string is fixed at one end only. Okay. So basically this time string is not fixed at both ends. String is not fixed at both ends. Now you might ask, sir, how come this is possible? How come this is possible? So let us see. This is a wire which is fixed at this end. Now on another end, you are taking a loop, or you can say bead, and then you are fixing it like this. So here at this end, it is free to move. It is free to move. All right. Here it is fixed. Here it is fixed. So that is the scenario. That is the scenario. Okay. So let us pay attention to that. Let us pay attention to that. So situation 1. In situation 1, what is going to happen? This will go like this, and this will go like this, and that's it. So this length is L, which will remain fixed. This time it is lambda 1 by 4, because distance between two consecutive node and antinode is lambda by 4, right? Distance between a node and antinode which is consecutive is lambda by 4, right? So what we can write is lambda 1 by 4 is equal to L. So lambda 1 is equal to 4L. Lambda 1 is equal to 4L. Now F is equal to V upon lambda. So F1 is equal to V upon lambda 1, and that gives us F1 is equal to V by 4L. So this will be equation number 1. This frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic for string fixed at one end. For string fixed at one end. Okay. So this frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. This frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. Please note. Now be very clear. This we are talking about string fixed at one end. Earlier we talked about string fixed at both ends. Okay, these two are slightly different things. They are slightly different things. Slightly, I am saying. Okay, because the nature of string is different. How it is different? In first case, it was fixed at both ends. It was tied at both ends. In second case, it is fixed only at one end. So other end is free to move, and when it is free to move, it will move maximum. So antinode will always be formed at the free end. Antinode will always be formed at the free end. Remember that. Free end means this end. Okay, so always antinode will be formed here. Now let us move to situation 2. Situation 2. So same wire, everything is same. Okay, and what will happen this time? Let us see. Like this. Okay, so again, node here, antinode here, node here, antinode here. Okay, all right. So distance is anyways L. This will be lambda 1, lambda 2 by 2 because this is situation 2, and this will be lambda 2 by 4. All right. All right. So what we can write is 3 times lambda 2 by 4. That should be equal to L. So lambda 2 is equal to 4L by 3. So F2 is equal to V upon lambda 2. So F2 will be 3V by 4L. So this is equation 2. So this frequency is called, now pay attention, this frequency is called third harmonic or first overtone. Okay, pay attention to the name. This frequency is called third harmonic or first overtone. This frequency is called third harmonic or first overtone. Please note. This frequency is called third harmonic or first overtone. Okay. If you notice in this string which is fixed at one end, you got first harmonic and then you are getting third harmonic. You are not getting second harmonic. Mind it. You are not getting second harmonic. Keep that thing in your mind. Now let us move further. Situation 3. So in situation 3, same wire will be there. But this time it will be like this. It will be like this. Okay. So node, antinode, node, antinode, node, antinode. All right. Distance total length is L. this is lambda 3 by 2, lambda 3 by 2, lambda 3 by 4. Okay. So 5 lambda 3 by 4 is equal to L. So lambda 3 is equal to 4L by 5. So F3 is equal to V upon lambda 3, and that will be F3 is equal to 5V by 4L. So this is equation 3. This frequency is called fifth harmonic. This frequency is called fifth harmonic second overtone. Fifth harmonic or second overtone. All right. Now, from 1, 2, and 3, from 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So F1 is to F2 is to F3 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5. F1 is to F2 is to F3 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5. Okay. So in a string fixed at one end, in a string fixed at one end, in a string fixed at one end, only odd harmonics are present. Only odd harmonics are present. Okay. Please note, in a string fixed at one end, only odd harmonics are present. Please note. Please note. Noted, everyone? So this was oscillation of waves, or you can say standing waves in a string. We talked about both. When string is fixed at both ends, then we saw that all harmonics are present. When string is fixed at one end, then only odd harmonics are present. All right. Now, there is a device called sonometer. In fact, earlier students used to do experiment on that also in lab, and that was called sonometer experiment. That was called sonometer experiment, Sonu. So let us move further. Sonometer, I am just giving you the information. Sonometer experiment.
So could you please scroll up a bit?
Yes, it's fine, or you need more?
No, sir, it's fine.
So in that sonometer experiment, there was a wooden box basically, wooden box, and this was hollow. This was hollow, and at one wire was being tied. Wire was being tied like this, and this was the block. The block is to, produce tension in the wire, M mass. That mass can be changed. Okay. Now, for these wires, there were okay. Why these two are there? This is to ensure that how much length of wire we are using in experiment. You can move them to increase or decrease the length of wire used in experiment. Okay. Now the thing is very simple. Very simple means really very simple. What will happen that as these two ends are fixed, a node will be formed here, a node will be formed here. Nodes will be formed at these 2 points. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. And let's say it is happening like this. All right. So if this distance is L, this distance I am talking, okay, and the string is oscillating in N loops. So N into lambda by 2 is equal to L. So lambda comes out to be, my dear friends, 2L upon N. This is point number 1. This is point number 1. So by F is equal to V upon lambda. So F will be V upon lambda. Lambda is 2L into N. This is point number 2. Now for strings, for waves, we know for waves V is equal to under root of T by mu. Remember? Remember? So from 2 and 3, from 2 and 3, what do we get? F is equal to N and V is under root T by mu upon 2L. So this is the frequency formula for sonometer experiment. F is equal to N upon 2L under the root T by mu. Please note. F is equal to N upon 2L under the root T by mu. F is equal to N upon 2L under the root T by mu. Okay. Okay. Any doubt, any question? So this was the background mathematics which takes place in sonometer experiment. Experiment is done in a different way. Let me tell you how it is done. What you do basically, you put some mass here, here, okay, and due to that mass, you control the tension in the wire, and that tension is going to change frequency like this, okay, because T will be mg. So if you want more tension, you will add more mass m. If you want less tension, you will add less mass m, right? Okay. Then there is mu. Mu is mass per unit length. Mu is mass per unit length. So if you want to change mu, you have to change wire. Okay. You can take a thin wire or thick wire, and by doing that, you can change mu. By doing that, you can change mu. Okay. So you can change mu by changing the wire. All right. Okay. Now how you can change length? So as I told you, you can slide these two. You can slide these two, and by doing that, you can change length. By doing that, you can change length. So that also can be controlled. All right. So how various parameters are being controlled, that I have told you. Now comes the question, sir, how the experiment is performed? Please let us know. So for that, what you do basically, you take a tuning fork. You take a tuning fork. A tuning fork looks like this. A tuning fork look like this. Okay. For different tuning forks, frequency is different. For different tuning forks, frequency is different. Okay. So whichever frequency you need, based on that you take the tuning fork. Okay. If you want more frequency, you take a tuning fork of higher frequency. If you want less frequency, you take a tuning fork of lesser frequency, right? After that, what you do, you take a thumping pad and you hit it. You hit the tuning fork on the pad. After doing that, you take this tuning fork and you put it on the wooden box like this. So while you are putting your tuning fork like this on the wooden block, what happens? The vibrations of tuning fork are transferred to the wooden block, and if frequency of tuning fork matches with the frequency of wire, if frequency of tuning fork matches with the frequency of wire, which we have calculated earlier in all the experiments, okay, what we were calculating was the frequency of wire. So if these two match, frequency of tuning fork and frequency of wire, then that condition is called condition of resonance. That condition is called condition of resonance, and if resonance takes place, this wire shakes very vigorously. This wire shakes very vigorously. Okay, violently you can say. And if anything is kept on it, it will fall. It will fall away from the wire. Okay, and falling of that indicates that yes, resonance is happening, and that's how experiments are performed. Okay. So based on what you want to calculate in this formula of f is equal to n upon 2l under root t by mu, you can get different answers. You can get different answers. Okay. All right. Let me just give you a question so that you can understand how things are happening. In a sonometer experiment, in a sonometer experiment, a mass of a mass of 10 kg is resonating with frequency 200 hertz. Find the frequency which will resonate if if mass becomes 12 kg. Okay, please solve it quickly. It is very easy question. It is very easy question. Give me the answer. You keep giving your answers. Pay attention, everyone. So from the formula, which formula? F is equal to n upon 2L under the root T by mu, right? So F1 upon F2 is equal to under the root of T1 by T2. Now T is nothing but mg. So that will be F1 upon F2 is equal to under the root of T1 upon T2 is equal to under the root of M1 M2G. All right. So F1 upon F2 is equal to root of M1 upon M2. Now how much was F1? F1 was 200 Hertz. 200. F2 that is to be calculated is equal to M1 is 10, M2 is 12. All right. All right. So from here, what do we get? F2 is equal to 200 into root of 12 by 10. That is the answer. How much is the value? Root 1.2 is how much? Root 1.2 is how much? So 200 into 1.095. So that will be 219 HZ. Understood? Yes. Understood? Yes. Understood? Yes. Okay. Okay. Rest of the people, have you understood? Things are simple. Things are simple. It looks complicated because we are not familiar. That's it. You just need to increase familiarity with these people. These people means formulas. As simple as that. Okay. Wrong values in life lead to a very bad situation. Okay. All of you need to focus on right values. Right values should be inculcated in kids since childhood. Okay. Good. 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 All right. Okay. There is something called oscillation of organ pipe or air column. Okay. So please note oscillation of, rather than oscillation, vibration. Vibration of air column or organ pipe. Now, just to tell you one very interesting fact, as I told you, all your musical instruments are based on standing waves only. So, your tabla also, flute also. In fact, if I say in that matter, your vocal cord, when you utter any sound, your vocal cord, the sound is produced in the vocal cord. That is also an organ pipe. That is also an organ pipe. So basically, organ pipes can be used to produce sound. Some organ pipe produce very soothing musical sound. Some organ pipe produce very bad sound. But take that's fine. Are you getting it? So basically, the word organ pipe comes from that context only, because we humans or any other animal, they are all producing sound, and where it is being produced, it is produced in organ pipe. It is produced in organ pipe. You must have used your pen caps to produce sound often. That also is example of or air column. Okay, so standing waves are produced there also. When you are playing a flute, or when you are playing a tabla, or when you are playing a sitar, no, not sitar, harmonium, these all are examples of standing waves in air column. These all are example of standing waves in air column. So basically, an air column can be understood as a pipe like this. Now this air column can be of two types. Air column can be of two types. Which two types? Number open air column. Open air column. Number two, closed air column. Closed air column. So open means it is open at both ends. Open means open at both ends. And closed means closed at one end only. Okay, Yash is saying, sir, the organ pipe in which one end is opened and another end is closed is called organ pipe? No, all of these are organ pipes basically. Now, what you are talking about is called closed organ pipe. Okay, if one end is open and other end is closed, then it is called closed organ pipe. All right, all right. Remember that at open end, always antinode is formed. Always antinode is formed. So wherever open end is present, antinode will be formed there. Antinode will be formed there. Okay, remember that. Remember that. Any doubt, any question? Any doubt, any question? Any doubt, any question? Okay, okay, good. So now let us talk about vibration of air column. Okay, so we are considering first situation for. Yes, is saying, sir, bottle and whistle is example of closed organ pipe. Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely, because it is closed at one end. Okay, So standing waves in open organ pipe. Standing waves in open organ pipe. Okay. So what is the criteria of open organ pipe? It should be open at both ends. It should be open at both ends. All right. So this is very easy because we have studied now for a string. So you can very easily relate to it and we can quickly do this. Pay attention. So this is length L. This is lambda 1 by 4. This is lambda 1 by 4. This point is antinode, this point is node, this point is antinode. So what you can see is lambda 1 by 2 is equal to L, lambda 1 is equal to 2L. So F1 will be V upon lambda 1. So F1 will be V by 2L. So this frequency is called fundamental frequency or fundamental frequency or first harmonic or first harmonic. Okay, so this frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. This frequency is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. Okay, next point. I told you I'm doing it quickly because we have done this thing for similar way in string. Here, here, and then here, here. So this is antinode, this is node, this is antinode, this is node, this is antinode. This distance is L, this is lambda 2 by 4, this is lambda 2 by 2, and this is lambda 2 by 4. Okay, so what you can write is 2 lambda 2 by 2 is equal to L. So lambda 2 is equal to 2L by 2. So F2 is equal to V upon lambda 2. So F2 comes out to be 2V by 2L. So this is called second harmonic or first overtone. Second harmonic. This frequency is called second harmonic or first overtone. Which overtone? First overtone. So this frequency is called second harmonic or first overtone. All right. All right. So now let us move to third case. I told you this is easy. Okay. So it will be like this, then like this. We need a longer tube. Then this. Then we need this. And then we need this. The diagram is extremely kachra. Please bear with it. This is A, this is N, this is A, this is N, this is A, this is N, and this is A. All right. Length of the tube is same L. And this time, my dear friends, it is 3 times lambda 3 by 2. So 3 times
Can you
lambda.
please scroll up?
Just a second, Chotu. So lambda 3 is equal to 2L by 3. F3 is equal to V upon lambda 3. So F3 is equal to 3V by 2L. This frequency third harmonic or second overtone. Third harmonic or second overtone from 1, 2 and 3. From 1, 2 and 3. F1 is to F2 is to F3. 1 is to 2 is to 3. So basically by now you would have realized that, is it fine now, Chotu?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Done?
Done, sir.
Okay. So the point which I am telling you, everyone please pay attention, that the air column, which is open air column, it is similar to a string fixed at both ends. If you check, if you compare, then you will realize that open air column is similar to a string fixed at both ends. Can you check that? Can you check that? So that is what is happening. The vibration open air column are similar to vibrations of string fixed at both ends. So you can use concept of one at other place and vice versa. Okay. So we'll be studying further in the next class, and in fact now chemistry sir is taking your lecture. So I'll be taking the evening lecture which was supposed to be taken by chemistry sir. I'll be taking the evening lecture which was supposed to be taken by chemistry sir. Okay. So thank you so much. See you in the evening.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, beta.
Thank you, sir.